Today, we're going to take a look at my Zwift streaming setup. First thing we're going to do is actually open up a bunch of this stuff because it's to improve my Zwift streaming setup. So let's check out what I've got right now. First thing I've got is Lutron Caseta wireless because the lights in that room actually turn off. So I want to improve that. Next up, we've got, this is a new clamp for my phone. Right now my phone is on a, my GoPro Hero 10, which is actually what we're recording with right now, is on a tripod. I don't really want it on the tripod. I want it mounted by itself. So this is like a dual clip. So I have a pipe, which we'll see in a bit. I'll clamp this on there, and this will let me mount the GoPro on its own. See, it's actually got a GoPro adapter as well, a 1/4-20, which is good. Actually, I already got a few of those. It's this one. Just a set of headphones to dedicate to that space right there. They're wireless earbuds. I'm going to just dedicate them to my Mac in that location. Oh, now the big one. It's a new light. So right now I actually have kind of up behind us for my regular YouTube channel. I have my normal light sits up there, and I've been moving it back and forth for the last week, and that's a pain in the butt. So I've got this light, which has a mount, will mount directly onto the table I have, and I can just leave that light dedicated to that space so I don't have to move it back and forth a bunch. So let's go over and tweak things, get it set up, and then I'll actually go for a bit of a ride, and I'll do some streaming. I use my MacBook Air, I'll demonstrate that, and my iPad Air to run Zwift on. So this is where I've been streaming, and I'm going to use my Hero 9 as a stand-in for my Hero 10 as I get things set up. That's where the camera is going to go, I think, for now. So that's just what's going to work. Ultimately, I kind of want it on this pipe, I think. Let me check. So let's check it with the angle. Actually, that angle's probably just fine. So I can keep my GoPro mounted there. That means if I adjust the mic to bring it closer, right? I think that angle is going to work that way. If I adjust the mic to move it farther away for sprinting, closer for anything else, I'm not actually shaking the camera at the same time. This table is reasonably sturdy, so you really won't notice it because the table is reasonably sturdy. Next up, we got to go grab that light. So there we go. I have my light set up now. Right? Looks pretty reasonable. I've actually color matched it to the lights overhead here as well. Those are the ones that turn off. I know there's the one bulb out. I'm not going to set the Lutron up today because I got to do some more reading on that, make sure I set it up right, and just think about the whole automation thing. What I'm actually going to do in a second is I'll switch over to I'll put the Hero 10 here so that I can set up streaming, and I'll actually finish the recording with the Hero 9. Okay, so now I need to actually open up the Hero 10 door. It's actually kind of tricky. I need to plug this cable into it. I'm kind of out of length though. So that cable, there is a Thunderbolt 4 USB-C 4 cable, which I plugged into a, a Thunderbolt hub on the back side of this whole table here. OWC Thunderbolt hub. And that's what I'm running kind of everything into. So when I bring my computer over from my desk, I plug in one cable and I put my iPad up here, which I'll show you in a second. And then I can capture the video from my iPad and I can capture the video from my GoPro into the Mac, and I can stream with Ecamm all at the same time. So let's finish getting the rest of it set up. As soon as I adjusted one thing already, I actually changed where the light was because it meant that I couldn't push my Mac back far enough, and that now it's back far enough I shouldn't drip any sweat on it. Let's pair the new headphones, and then we'll see about getting to streaming. Actually, I don't think the new headphones are charged. They had coverings over top of their little pogo pins to charge them, so now they are charging. So I guess I'm going to have to leave that for another day. We'll stick with the Vankyo headphones that I've normally used, which is okay. So let's spin it up, finish getting set up. Okay, so here's my final setup. I had some issues because the USB hub on the back had fallen off and was unplugged. So that's why I was fiddling with stuff for a while. So what I have here is I have Zwift on my iPad. Ecamm Live picks it up. And I also have my GoPro Hero 10 as a webcam. You see all that here. And I have my phone down here, which will run the companion app. There, we'll run the companion app. We have my light up top. I'm just going to shield that a little bit, maybe from the camera. My light's up top. My microphone's there as well. This is my Zwift Streaming Setup. Now, a lot of the stuff I actually had just because I have done other YouTube stuff for a while. So the kind of the new parts I added to this were the light specific for this, and I added the clamp here, the GoPro Hero 10 as well. I was due to upgrade. I keep calling this a 9 or an 8, but this is actually a 7 black. So I upgraded my GoPro, and it also came with webcam functionality, which is nice, and I didn't have to move stuff back and forth or buy another camera. So now I can just leave this on here and be good to go. It charges it while it's on there. The OWC hub charges everything, charges my Mac, charges my iPad, and charges my GoPro, powers it all just fine with its charging. That's how I do it. So I'm gonna hop on now. Recovery ride today, yesterday was 55K. And I'm gonna do some just streaming of riding with D Diesel, watching a YouTube video at the same time. About an hour just to spin the legs, keep it nice and easy. The 1.5 watts per kilogram with the diesel should be really easy for me and no problems. If you stream Zwift, if you're on Zwift, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your setup, how it's different, anything. It might be a little different because I'm on Mac primarily. Ultimately, I probably will buy a second monitor and switch out my Zwift on my iPad and move it up just to like an external monitor off my Mac, which I'll be able to do with USB-C. I'll have to buy a USB-C monitor then, so which is why I'm not doing it right now, because I just don't want to spend more money on this because it doesn't make any money. It's just kind of for fun. If you liked the video, you can thumbs up and subscribe and all that stuff below, or watch me streaming on Zwift kind of randomly throughout the week. Have a good one.